Diesel was very pleased with his nickname for Henry. Old Square Wheels. Brilliant. Suits Henry down to the rails. The cars sniggered. How clever of Duck to think of it, they said to each other. We know, don't we? But it was really Diesel who had made that name up. But the cars didn't. Diesel had told them that it was Duck, and the cars believed what they were told. Look, they whispered every time Henry went past. There's old Square Wheels. Henry was furious. Everyone knew that James disliked Diesels, so it was a surprise when Diesel and James got on well together. James showed Diesel where things run the yard, and Diesel worked hard once he settled down. But he was full of self-importance. I'm up to date and revolutionary, he boasted. I'll soon get this yard working smoothly. The cars haven't really liked Diesel to start with, and when he began to order them about, they liked him even less. Being cars, they were sly and didn't show it. Keep on the right side of him, they whispered to each other. We'll get our own back one day. One morning, James asked Diesel to get some cars ready for him. I need the fans on the far side of the yard, he told Diesel. But Diesel, full of himself and not listening properly, thought James said, leave the fans on the far side of the yard. So Diesel took no notice of these fans. He collected some other fans and put them ready for James to take away. When James arrived at the yard, he found, of course, he had the wrong vans. By this time, Diesel was nowhere to be seen. James hated shunting. Where's that Diesel? Up someone being revolutionary, I suppose. Wait till I see him. I'll give him revolution. But the delay with the fans made James so late that he could not get back to the shed that night. This made him even more crosser. When he finally met Diesel again, Diesel was left in no doubt of what James thought about him. How dare you speak to me like that? Anyone can make a mistake. I'll teach him a lesson. You'll see if I don't. The next day, Diesel was talking to some cars in the yard. James has been here for a long time. He must be very old. Not as old as Edward and Thomas, replied the cars. Thomas was here first to help build the railway, but Edward is older. The other engines used to tease about that, but he proved them wrong. How? Asked Diesel. It was before I came even, said one old car slowly. But the way I heard it, that was that one day James ran away, just trotted off down the line, without his driver and fireman. Good gracious, said Diesel, what happened? Well, Edward was nearby, and the inspector got a cable and rode on Edward's buffer beam. And until Edward caught James up, running the other line, you see, and he dropped the loop of a cable over James's buffer. They slowed James down with Edward's brakes so the inspector could get into James's cab and stop him. They didn't tease Edward after that. Quite right, said Diesel. I bet James felt silly. It's funny, isn't it? He went on. If James stood out in the rain for a bit, he'll soon just be the color he is, red with rust. The cars sniggered. Suddenly, Diesel had an idea. He growled away, looking thoughtful. You know that story you told me about James? I told Duck about it in the shed, and guess what he said? He paused. The cars waited. They knew Diesel was going to tell them anyway. Duck said it was no wonder that Edward caught up with him, because James is only rusty red scrap iron. Wasn't that rude? But that's what Duck said. The cars believed every word. The story went around quickly, and when James next came to the yard, the cars laughed rudely at him. Here's old scrap iron. Look at him. Just a heap of rusty red scrap iron. James soon found out why. His feelings can be imagined. That Duck! He hissed furiously. Let him just wait. I'll make him duck. Diesel, lurking in the background, smirked triumphantly.